Okay, good morning everyone. Let's start today's lectures where we left. So basically in the previous lectures we already saw that what is exactly our assembly language, how it's work. Like you know that assembly programming language are directly communicating with your hardware part, or we can say it will be directly giving instruction to your CPU. Okay, it's a processor. So if you have the Intel or if you have to the AMD, every processor having their own instructions. So every processor purpose we are using different programming language, or we can say the assembly language. So right now if you're saying that like what exactly you're doing in that using by this programming language, so I can say that read input from the keyboard, show text or image on the screen, perform calculation or the move data, so this kind of stuff. So basically, before going directly to the programming language, I want to be a conduct over here 6 9 points. Okay, we can say the 6 9 point. If you know this 6 9 point, you can able to write any kind of programming language. Like you can see over here, before the start any programming language, you can follow this 9 step, like 9 different topic, and these all topics are mandatory whenever you are going with the dealing with the programming language. So I hope everyone are properly concentrating on this section. Okay, you can see the first important, what is exactly the programming language. You know, the people having a question, what is programming language, isn't it? So I want to say that a programming language is nothing but it's like a normal language. Okay, think about that. Right now, suppose I'm from India. If I want to be a speak anything, so if I'm speaking the Indian language, maybe the people will be not understand, right? Isn't it? Same like that. Okay, same like that, your computer, if you are talking with the English in the computer, so computer will be never understand what exactly you want to mean, isn't it? So what we can do, so we need to be a speak something programming language, we need to be a speak something a machine language. So if I honestly speak the machine language means you need to be a speak with the binary, where we have to be a 0 and 1, 0 and 1. So it's really hard to human to speak in the machine level language we call as a 0 and 1. So what exactly thing are there, we have to the compilers are there, interpreters are there. When we are writing to the programming language, not I'm not saying directly the English, I'm saying when you're writing to the programming language, specifically programming language, then what happen, it will be converted into the binary code, means a 0 and 1, 0 and 1. So obviously the programming language we are not writing in the English, we are writing a using by some syntax. Okay, there is a proper meaning of the syntax, we will come after later on that. But before that, understand the programming language. Obviously, if suppose I will be travel in any country, and if I want to be a speak any language, so obviously I cannot able to use my normal Indian language, right? I want to be use a middleware language, okay, which one another country people and I can understand, right? So you know that the international level language we are speaking, that is called to the English, right? So if you're speaking to the English, the people can understand, isn't it? Same like if I want to be tell to the computer, so what exactly I want to be a perform. So basically we will using a computer language, or we can say the programming language. So there are a lot of programming language are available, like a Java, Python, C++, PHP, HTML, CSS. There are a lot of programming language or language are available. So same like that, here right now we are starting, that is called your assembly language, right? Assembly language are directly communicating with your we can say the hardware part. Are you getting that? So that is right now you understand what is meaning of first meaning, what is the programming language, right? After the programming language, I want to go with the, this is your second section, which one, what is a syntax in the programming language, right? Isn't it? If you guys following this 9 step, I don't think so you can able to get stuck anywhere in the programming language. If you can see this 9 point, every programming language are following this 9 point. Okay, so let's go with the second, what is a syntax in the programming language. People are thinking about that, what is exactly syntax? Oh, I don't understand the syntax. Let me clear that, guys. Even many times when you're writing to the code, you are getting to the error, that is called error called as a syntax error, right? So what is that syntax error? Okay, let me clear that, guys. Think about that. If I am right now speaking English, okay, if I'm not using to the tense, like a past tense, future tense, or the multiple tense. Okay, isn't it? We have to the lot of tense inside. So if I am not using properly the grammar, then what happen? Definitely we cannot able to means when I'm speaking, you guys will be not understand, right? If I'm directly using to the word. Same like when we are writing to the programming language, there is important thing that is we call as a the grammar, or we can say the syntax. Okay, means it's like the structure about your programming language. Okay, when you start to the when you can start to the your starting point, when you're going to be end your program, everything should be a match properly. It is the there is a rules and regulations when we are writing to the programming language, right? So basically we are using a syntax properly. Syntax is nothing but it's a grammar about your programming language. If you spell, if you did the spelling mistake, if you miss any semicolon, special character, or the special symbol, then what happened? It is showing to be error, right? That is we call as a syntax error. So the syntax is nothing but it is the grammar about your programming language. Okay, so you need to be a properly follow the grammar, means you do not need to do the lot of mistakes like a grammatical mistake, or not a grammatical, we can say when you're writing to the spelling, it should be the properly mentioned. When you're using to the symbols, we need to use properly symbols. Semicolon is there, then we need to be completely used to the semicolon. Okay, so that all things are mattering. After letter this one, we have to the one thing that is we call as a okay. So before we are starting to the another comment and these things, let me clear that in assembly language which syntax we are using. So there guys, let me open over here one another notepad, and you can see there are the three different sections are present inside of your assembly language. Okay, the first we can say the section that is called to the data section. Second, we have to the we call as a bss section, and we have to the another one that is we call as a text section. These three sections are mandatory when you are writing to the assembly language. Okay, what is that? When you are writing to the an assembly programming can be divided into the three section. Number one, data section. Number two, bss section. Number three, text section. Okay, what is exactly these sections are there? Let me tell you that in the BIF. Okay, so where we have to the data section is present, used to store a fixed value, like if you are declaring to the variables. Okay, so before we are going, let's come to the over here also we call as a variable concept, right? We have to the fourth concept are present, that is we call as a variable. Okay, so you can see that variable is nothing but one container. Okay, like where you can store to the lot of values. Like if I can say that for variable purpose we have a different values are present, like we call as a data type, right? So there are the data types are present. Like if I can say the integer, means where we are declaring as a number, we call as a this is the integer data type we have. When we are writing to the character a b c d e f g, there we have to the data type we call as a character data type, isn't it? So there are the different, like if you are saying that true and false, then we are saying that this is a boolean data type. So we have the different data types are present. Okay, and apart from the variable is nothing but I said na, it's a container where we are storing to the value. And over here which one we did not consider, the third point, that is we call as a comment. Okay, comment is also our very major the part in your programming language. Like you can say that comment is what means, if suppose you are working in the Google having a 30,000 plus employees. So think about that one person, when he's starting to do your code at a one day he's writing to the 1,000 line of code, isn't it? Okay, so when he's writing to the 1,000 line of code, are you really getting each person can understand properly what they wrote it, isn't it? Think about that. When we are merging full code, means everybody can understand what exactly the another person are typed or another person are coded. No, obviously. So that time what we exactly doing, we are trying to write the comment inside of the code. Comment means what? It is like that when we are writing to the comment, so what happened, that particular line will be skipped via your code editor. Means when you're writing something, this will be, that particular line will be not executing, okay, it will be skipped via that particular code editor. So simply thing is there, so lot of people are writing to their comment is the good, we can say it's a very good habit we have when we are writing to their code. So even think about that, I am the one person who are coding daily, and a daily 1,000 line of code I'm writing. So obviously that 1,000 to 1,000 line maybe I forgot after later, right? So what I can do, in every each part, every each sections, I will be doing the comment inside. So when I'm doing, okay, so obviously when I'm doing to the comment inside of the program, after later, even think about that after the 5 months or the 10 months later, I can understand what I wrote it in particular section and I can go and edit that. Okay, so that only the things are there right now. Let's write to the syntax. Let's start to the comment also. Let's declare something variable, and after later we are going to be a print a statement, like we are going to be a printing to the thing. Okay, so obviously the printing statement means what, when you are writing a variables, like when you are storing anything inside of your container, so what happen if you want to be print that what we have inside of the variable, or we can say we need to be shown to the output, then definitely we need to use to the printing statement. Okay, this is the one statement we have which one are showing output in the output section. Like you can write anything, if you want to display anything, you can directly also can write a printing statement, you do not need any variable. So that is exactly the thing. Let's go start directly. Okay, and another thing, let's understand to the operators also. Okay, operators means think about that I have to the remote. Okay, so because of the remote, what happened, I can on off, isn't it, I can increase, isn't it, I can decrease, then again I can change to the channel, I can operate the things. Same like in the operator in programming language, operators are operating to the things inside, like we have to the different operators are present, like arithmetic operators, then again the comparison operators, there we have a lot of operators are present. We have to the major four types of operators are present inside. We have a lot of operators, like if I can concentrate only the one operator that is called arithmetic, then we have a lot of operators inside, like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, module, then again we can say inside increment, decrement. So these are only the part of arithmetic operator. If you can see to the comparison operator, that is we call as a double equal to, not equal to, then again over there we can say greater than equal to, not no, greater than not equal to, then again we can say equal, double equal to. So these all part about to the we can say as operator. So when we understand what is exactly the programming language, what is the syntax, then again comments, then again data type, variables, printing statement and operator, then definitely we can start our programming language. Congratulations guys, we can start our programming language. Let's, without wasting time, we are going to be a start our programming language. So what I'm doing, rather than installing to the every time software, I'm preferring to go with the online method. Why the online method? Because of, if suppose anybody don't have to the computer at home, he can also able to do the practice. That is exactly the motive behind I am using right now the online editor. And apart from another reason also, if you are installing to the any kind of software, they are prompting us lot of, like when you are starting to the writing something, definitely they will be showing to be they will be showing to the something like a prompting, like if you are writing print pr, then they will be directly showing, okay, printing statement you want to write. So when we are beginner to the code, I am suggesting everyone, please don't use to the prompting editor who are prompting you. Okay, that is really bad habit for the programmer. I want everyone are writing to the code, when you're doing to the mistakes make man perfect. Okay,